Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Brew with Memli. I'm Mehmet from Memli Coffee Lab, and today we are going to brew our newest rare edition release. This coffee comes from the famous and our every year partner Granja La Esperanza. Now we are at Finca Potosi between 14 and 1800 meters above sea level with a Sidra natural. So it's a Sidra Verde, but a natural process with 48 hours in whole cherries and then 24 hours in mucilage before being dried and shipped. This is one of the most exciting coffee we have this spring. And I really wanted to have a spring forward towards summer coffee with tropical and floral and very delicate notes. We'll be using 12 grams of coffee. I'm at 12.2. But you know, when you have those great coffees, it's okay. It's okay to have a little bit much of a good stuff, right? My water is at 91 degrees, so about 90 degrees when it reaches the coffee bed. And I'm doing our 4 pour structure. I start at a higher pour for 50 grams. The water always the same, even though here I put slightly less bicarbonate, about 40 ppm of bicarbonate, 40 to 50 of calcium, and 25 of magnesium. My grind size is about 8.25 on my Diring, which can be a quite fast flow here because we have a good natural process produced by Rigoberto Herrera at Granja La Esperanza. At 40 seconds, I'm doing my second pour at slightly less agitation and flow. And here at the end, we will find a lot of mangoes, some herbal like mint, fresh, sweet mint, passion fruits, and of course floral. Sidra is one of my favorite variety. It's a cross between Bourbon and Typica, and therefore it has the best of both worlds. Coupled with the expertise on fermentation in Valle de Cauca in the southwest region of Colombia, you have an excellent product here. So remember, it's always the synergy between the variety, the terroir, the process, the producer, and then roasting great coffee. It's very easy. Because of the very low amount of coffee we have of this coffee, we roast this one on Ikawa with a 5 minutes and 25-second roast and about 35 seconds of development time. And you should be done before 2 minutes 15, 2 minutes 20. That's the ideal end time. At 218. Perfect. So this one really flows faster. You will have no risk of clogging due to its solubility. Look at this. Beautiful. It's borderline candy-like, really, when you smell it. Very floral, very tropical, a lot of mangoes. Not a lot of mint, but very floral, very sweet as well. It's almost a candy, a sweet candy here. It's an extremely complex cup of coffee with a very high sweetness. Juicy texture, sweet, lingering, clean and silky finish. The acidity is not super bright. It's quite structured, quite complex. You have a mix of almost all of it. You have some citric acidity, a little bit of tartaric, some sort of sparkling phosphoric acidity as well. But a very sweet cup of coffee. So mango is the first thing that comes. Mint, a little bit less. It's very when it's colder. Passion fruit and mango, some floral notes. Mm. I can't wait to let it cool down. It's just so good as it is. And it's a really well balanced cup of coffee for a Sidra natural. Let's wait and come back when it's colder. All right, now it's a little bit colder. Just kidding. It's I couldn't wait more than 1 or 2 minutes, so it is a bit colder, but not that cold. And that's the thing, when you have those great coffees, that's what you recognize when they are so good is you keep drinking even though you maybe don't need it, but the taste is so um, remarkable that it's pushed you to have more and more of it, which is dangerous, but it's an indication of a good cup. Mm. Okay, now we start having some minty herbal notes on this coffee. I really wanted to have this sort of spring sunny vibe within a cup of coffee. It's really hard sometimes to replicate and convey certain emotion, especially when it comes to weather with sensory notes. But I believe with excellent coffee that have excellence in the clarity of the note, right? The idea at Memli Coffee Lab is that I want to find not necessarily the most floral coffee or the fruitiest one, but the one that match the best the mood I want to create. And that's why we can have, I believe, um, 89, 90, 91 point coffee tasting chocolatey with some nuts and brown spices if the flavors are super clean and the clarity is at the most clear. I mean, better than last year, this year. That's it. There's nothing else to say when you have things, when you have products with such an excellence. What created a great brew when I roasted it, I just roasted it enough, developed just enough to open up those flavors. Wait 2 days. This is 3 day old roast, so maybe get even sweeter because now it's quite intense in flavors. And then when you brew it, simple brew. I just did a V60. I think I've done a Oria earlier, and I prefer the V60 for its clarity and brightness. All in all, V60 is still my favorite brewing method, but I haven't tried it in any other method yet because it is not cheap. We have 10 bags available only. Let me know if you have any question about our new Finca Potosi from Granja La Esperanza Sidra Natural Coffee. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time for more brewing.